with muskets risen above their heads, they decided that for each man that was born here that they would fight until the day they were dead. With the land ships that they created that run over the path, they were the ones. They would change. They would change the face of warfare forever. They called them the loose leather lane, monkeys and lions. On each one of them, armed with a Luger and a 6-gun. Using telescopes, they looked down on the sides of the valley and they knew that nobody would survive once they started to fall in. All the bombs were exploding everywhere. They called up the Lord's army and said, "Where are you? Where are you? We cannot see you." The Revolutionary Guard with the red jackets, the flag of the single star raised high. They called it the end of the world, but nobody realized that the robot overlords had never died. They carried on. Oh boy.
No one into that piece. The robots are taking over.
Oh yeah, let's go. Decided it was time to buy new habits. Whatever rituals they were having, they weren't working out like before. Late at night, when the pentagram was alight with the candles, Adam in his black robe dancing, eating ranch chips. Those are ranch chips, Adam, to the spawn of Satan. Decided it was time to go to California to spread the word of the Lords. With ash all over his face, he made it so. Bringing a bag of drugs, he said, "I'm gonna make it in Hollywood. I'm gonna be a big star. I'm gonna even have a large car, a mansion. And we're going to invite people, mostly teenagers from all the beaches, to join us in our rituals." So that's when I decided I would become a messiah for young people all over and live in Belvedere Hill, drink blood. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. Raising the dagger above my head with our sacrificial birds beneath me. To my left, the largest man I've ever seen. And to my right, the smallest man I've ever seen. And in on my shoulder, a cat dressed in a black robe. These were the words that Aleister Crowley had taught me. In the darkest books of Dilemma, the ones with the Zoroastrian symbols. And I wrote them down on a totem, and I burned it in a garbage can that night, and it was all about my dreams. The ones that I would test everything on, whether it was a mood potion or something would make me like people better, but it never worked. In the ancient collateral tongue of the Numidians, see being in the dark depths of the Egyptian pyramids, where I went and made tantric love to whoever would come with me. Who could it be? Horus? Is that you? Are you the one calling me? No, it's Osiris. That's fine, I'm with you, Osiris. But I'd wake up in the bath of my bedroom, crawled up, fetal position on the wall, incense burning, the window curtains open, the wind blowing in, the smell of ocean sea salt in the air, and I was naked with a cross on my chest, calling you Osiris, calling you Osiris, save us, rise up and make your secrets known, calling you, using your totem, and now I find myself wearing your head, bird-like mask and crocodile teeth, a gold neck brace, and a loincloth, and I found I'm the rejuvenated, reincarnated, new Egyptian god, and I'm going to write a book, and I sold it on a television show, and millions of women all over Bel Air and Beverly Hills, they bought that book. And I made action figures and small dolls and t-shirts. And I made $1 million. I traveled to India and I learned how to meditate. And I bought a small ashram there. And I taught people yoga. It was tantric yoga in a hot room. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I reached level 10. I immediately reached level 9, but I was also astral and rainbow powered, and that was my best experience. Life had become boring once I discovered everything. I would sit for hours and meditate on nothing, and then everything all at once. All the money in the world couldn't soothe me, and it couldn't suck away the fucking pain I felt. The Egyptian gods, they eventually didn't come. They would stop talking. The voices of everyone that had ever came to visit me from the astral plane, they didn't work out that way, they didn't work out the same. I was instead. No, I wasn't there, I actually lied. I had spent most of the time in Bel Air. I lived in a mansion. I made up everything. It all came from online conspiracy theory websites. But I became really good at storytelling. And a lot of people, they decided that I was going to be someone writing scripts for television movies. And so I started making TV and movies and books about my life, and it was just not as interesting as the real one that I was living before. The one when I was in the Roman Empire, the one where all of the Romans were gathered around on the street, and they existed at the same time in Los Angeles, and it was really, really strange to be surrounded by so many slaves. Nothing I said mattered, nor what it meant to be understood. With muskets risen above their heads, they decided that for each man that was born here, that they would fight until the day they were dead. With the land ships that they created that come over the path, they were the ones. They would change. They would change the face of warfare forever. They called them the loose leather lame monkeys of the mind game. They were killers, all each one of them, armed with a Luger and a 6-gun. Using telescopes, they looked down on the sides of the valley and they